Good afternoon. My name is Scott Solembrino, and I'm broadcasting here live from the GBTA ITM Meeting Symposium in London. And I am with my very good friend, Chris Crowley, the managing partner of Nina and Pinta. How are you, Chris?
I'm very well, Scott, and I'm very impressed that you managed to get that entire long title for this event out in one go without stumbling.
I've become a professional at this. Yes. And I'm waiting for a contract from CNN. It's actually coming tomorrow. So in the consulting world, yes. What are you seeing out there for trends?
Well, I think what we're seeing, first of all, is a realization that we need new numbers. So we have a number of things going on in the industry in well-being, in sustainability, in the way that we understand cluster KPIs, groups of KPIs together. And we need some new numbers. We need some new metrics so we can measure things in a way that actually allows corporate buyers to make decisions. How do you measure the success of wellness in a program today? It's almost, what you measure how long somebody goes sick. It's very difficult to do that. And sustainability, as we just heard in the excellent session, is also an area where we need much better data. So I think one of the first trends we're seeing is really a need for better numbers. I think we're seeing a need for more integration. We need better open architecture. We need technologies to work together in a more natural and fluid way. This idea that you can silo yourself with one part of a process or one part of an environment. You and I have talked about this before. There needs to, APIs need to work in a more fluid way together, so that corporate buyers can make better ecosystem choices for their travelers and their environments. And I think we need a more transparent and honest conversation about why we travel. I was very taken with the remarks of Jason Gill at the awards recently about the importance of business travel in our environment. We're under attack is the wrong word, but we're under focus, aren't we, in terms of the cost of our travel, the effect of our travel, and I think we need to have a strong conversation as an industry about why we travel, the ROI of it, the benefits of it, and I know GBTA is doing some fantastic
We're doing a lot of
work
research
in
on
that
this,
area,
and the research is coming back saying that people demand to take the trip.
They do.
That they cannot replace that human interaction. It can't be done in a conference call, can't be done in a video, that they really want to be there to be interacting with people directly. And that's great news for the travel sector.
Look at this event, Scott. Look how fantastic this is. We've got, what have we got here? 50, 60, 70 corporate buyers engaged in meetings and transient, interacting with each other, with supplier peers, with technologies, the discussions that we've seen. You can't replace that with a video conference.
But if we can do it in a carbon neutral way, and we can fix the problem that they've created for aviation that's not really the problem, but if we can really fix it, which is what GBTA is working on, a solution.
It needs intelligence, doesn't it?
There is no question about it, to get it right, because people still have to travel, and they should travel. How are things going with the coronavirus? Are you seeing anything with that?
I think what we're seeing is a combination of two things happening there. First of all, a certain element of panic reaction. And I think that's completely understandable. You and I are old enough and beautiful enough to remember SARS and bird flu and all those situations that are very similar. I think this has a quicker spread in terms of moving faster, but I think that might be as much to do with the fact that we are much more interconnected as societies now. We travel much more.
Social media has changed the game.
Social media has changed the game. It's difficult to say whether or not this is spread much farther than people already know. But I'm very taken, we had recently a statement from the ITM IAG Committee, Industry Affairs Group, very taken with the actions being taken by corporates, a lot of engagement and communication, a lot of information, a lot of risk sharing, a good understanding about meeting planning. You and I talked once about the difference between internal meetings and external meetings. You remember that conversation?
I do.
And the focus there also impacts things like this. Let's travel because we need to travel, take the risks we need to take, but do it in an informed and open way. So at the moment, I think the coronavirus, we are responding extremely well as an industry. I'm interested to see if it starts to exponentially spread, what the reaction may be, because shutting down airline routes and hotels is not, for me, the answer. But
we totally agree. Well, I want to thank you for coming today. It's always great to have you here at our GBTA ITM events.
I love this event.
And we want to do more with you. This is Scott Solembrino broadcasting live from the GBTA ITM Strategic Meeting event here in London. Hope to see you again soon.
Thank you.